Hello everybody, my name is Superstar. Welcome back to Let's Play Feed the Beast Monster. Where we last left off, we finally got our quartz, we went to the nether, we had our jetpack going, and I left the jetpack in the charger thing. I didn't really get to doing the quartz just yet, because I'm recording this pretty much directly afterwards. Here's my power, here's my thing. I'm not going to put that on just yet. I prefer the protection in case anything weird happens. I'm currently in the process of making, the four... I don't know how many electronic circuits I need, actually. I need more than 4 electronic circuits, I'm pretty sure, for the power armor. So we're going to do our power armor stuff today, maybe, hopefully. The Tinker's Table is actually a thing I should also do, so... just make 15 of those and see where that gets me. I'm going to need way more copper, which means I'm going to need to make... way more copper wires, rather. Which means I'm going to need to make these clip cutters, which are 3. Okay, so I'll do that now. What was it again? It was 1, 2, 3. Like that? What the hell? Darn it! What the freak? Don't do this to me, game. And I can't seem to remember what it is because I have the attention span of an idiot. Boom. There it is. I'll make 2 of those now because I'm probably going to use a bunch of them. Okay, so, yeah, I got the rubber going. Oh, my hammer broke as well. This was in the middle of making the power armor, and I said I was going to make it off screen, but let's just do it now. Right, so, we're going to make the power armor stuff. How do you do this? Can I do that? Boom. Helmet, done. By the way, this stuff is completely useless. It provides absolutely no protection, despite it being made of metal, at all, while you're wearing it, unless you put upgrades on it and you put energy into it. Now, currently, I don't really have a MJ supply of power, but, I mean, I'll make a clockwork engine or something. I just want to get this going, and then we can go to power from there on. I don't need to use this right away, but yeah. So let's make some of these. I can make 2 more, which means I can make this. Boom, torso. Now I need to make more copper. Do I have wood down here? I do. Damn it. Boom. Then I need more copper down here. I'm gonna have to grab that and get that going. Wait, did I make my... I did not. Boom, just gonna grab that. So I'm gonna go grab some copper. Crap, I hit the stupid record button again instead of hitting my waypoints button. Death, you do not see that. That didn't happen. What actually happened was I did not teleport. I mean, in a hypothetical situation, I'm saying. I did not teleport to Kirby's at nighttime unknowingly, and then step over here, and then jump over here to look into the chest, and accidentally get shot by a skeleton and fall down there. That did not happen. I did not teleport down there. Had to get sent back to my bed. Then I did not teleport to my waypoint, my latest death waypoint down there, grab my stuff, put it all back on, put it in order, and then teleport back to the hovel. That didn't happen, in case you were wondering. I need to get my copper, and it's becoming nighttime, and this is not a good sword, so I need to grab my copper and get the freak out of here. Quickly. Copper, good. Thermal expansion copper, industrial craft copper, I don't care, it becomes the same thing to me. Now that, waypoints, hovel, teleport. And I'm going to set this up to start doing its thingies while we are working. Do I have any more copper pre-ready? Or iron? Bronze. No, I didn't think so. Okay, well, I only need like 4 more or 5 more circuits, so it shouldn't be that bad. Put that in there. How's the power doing? I don't exactly understand this step up, step down stuff. I'm not entirely sure how this is. I need to look this up because I don't want to hit anything, or it might run the risk of exploding all my machines. This only has not that much power left in it, so I might want to refill that. So I'm going to grab By the way, the max amount of liquid that this thing can hold is 8 buckets of lava, so all I have to do is spam this, get my 8 buckets, and then boom, 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 goes in here, and then boom, full up, running its power, all the power is going straight here. Right, so I'm actually going to cut and just make the rest of the armor now, and be right back. Alright guys, we are back again, another cut there, but I have finished making the power armor, and I've started to do a bit of farming, but I won't talk about it this episode. I'm just going to skip over and head on to this stuff. Ooh, that's mean. Yeah, so I made this thing right here, the oak tool rack from Bibliocraft that holds your tools. Not very tough to make. I can just look it up. Tool rack. That guy is loud. Oak tool rack is just like this. Are you coming after me? You sound really close. Anyway, yeah, just ignore the stuff in my inventory for now. We'll talk about them later. Oh, by the way, guys, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I am a freaking idiot. I have been wasting iron from the very start of this Let's Play. Or walkthrough, whatever you want to freaking call it. I've been wasting iron in ridiculous amounts. And I'll explain to you why in just a second. First of all, barrels. You guys remember those things that can hold 64 stacks of something in a single block area? Yeah, those exist in this game. And instead of putting my cobble and my sand and my gravel and all that in barrels, I put them in iron chests, which means I've wasted 8 iron per those chests out by Kirby's checkpoint, waypoint, whatever, where I made my where I made my mining areas. By the way, I probably do sound a bit nasally because I am sick now. This is a couple of days later yet again, but for that reason, though, is because the things I did took forever. Let's get into it right away. First of all, the power armor. What does it look like? I'll tell you this, it looks freaking BA. I put it on armor stand so you guys can see its majesty just like that. I'm actually going to put my helmet back on there just so I can have that. And boom! It's completely differently textured than everything else. It's got, I don't know what the pixel count on that is, but it is massively amazing. And I'm just going to switch those over. And now I have a full set of power armor. Whoop. Yeah, by the way, now here's where it starts. I already told you about the barrels. That's where I wasted a bunch of iron on all this stuff. And on the chests out by Kirby's waypoint, like I said, where I made the mining. Allow me to show you something else about the power armor. I showed you the recipes. Oh, okay. There's an arrow. And had I checked besides the arrow, by the way, so electronic circuits, you know, obviously they take iron and they take all this nonsense of copper and rubber, and you have to cut the copper with these cutters, which take more iron. Had I just scrolled over, I could have gotten the original, the JSON shaped crafting, which is a lot cheaper. 3 iron, and boom, wiring. That's all gold cable and redstone. Instead of going through all the hassle of, oh, and there's also this, which is a lot cheaper, in fact, because you get 8 for just copper, silver, and copper. It's really cheap, but you get 8. But instead of that, no, I had to go ahead and make the freaking electronic circuits because I didn't bother checking. God damn it. You don't have any idea how much time it took me to get all this stuff, because I had none of my ores, you know, smelted down with the macerator and stuff like that. It took freaking forever. Plus, I had to go farm a bunch of this stuff, and I have these cobblestone fluid pipes with a redstone engine, and they're pumping lava strictly into this thing, and it's charging this up. So I'm not going to go into explaining this because I'm pretty sure I've shown it before, and if I untack it, and even not, it's not difficult. It's just, you know, pipes with, you know, liquid waterproofing, whatever it's called, and then a redstone engine, which isn't that difficult. We can show you later. Anyway, so boom, that's a ridiculous amount of iron and time wasted, invested right there. These are all the parts right there. Plus, obviously, there's the power fist I never showed you. This is like the ultimate tool. It's like a weaker version of the Vadra, except it can do more. It works as a weapon. It mines pretty much everything. It's really cool, and I'll get into that later on. But to make it is similar to everything else, just iron and these. And obviously, it could have been a lot cheaper had I gone with a better route of making it. But live and learn. I wasted a ton of iron, not too much though, I mean not that much, because I did have to mine a bunch, and then I doubled them all, so I do have a ridiculous amount of iron, but it did cost me a lot to make these still. Anyway, so now we need to make it to the Tinker's Table. This is what it looks like here. I showed you how to make it last time. It's an emerald electronic circuit and a basic machine case. I bet you there's a different recipe for it. These are a bit more expensive because I have to use, actually not much more expensive, really. It's not really that much more expensive. But anyway, I just did this recipe. I'm a fan of the IC2 recipes anyway, so I'm going to pretend like that's the reason I went with all these recipes and make myself feel better about myself. So, when you go in here, you get this menu. You have to either have the stuff in your inventory, you have it on, and then you get the menu, because if I don't have it with me, I don't get this menu. But I have it here, so now you can go into here, and all this complicated stuff everyone gets all freaked out about. Basically, this is just all the upgrades, rather modules you can put on them, because this is the modular power suit, and it looks cool, but it's absolutely useless without anything on it. So we have all these modules that you can put on, all these things, armor, so that the level of defense, energy, movement, special stuff you can add on it, and environment. So we have all these things for different parts, plus this hand tool gives you so many things. But we'll start with the helmet. By the way, I need to have all this stuff built in my inventory. Let me just show you for a second though. So we go through armor. You have iron plating, which gives you about as much as iron. This is basic plating is heavy but protective. Then you get diamond. Advanced plating is lighter, harder, and more protective than basic, but much harder to make. It costs diamonds. If you can see, it tells you what you need to make to get this stuff. So in basic plating, it uses basic plating. For diamond plating, it uses advanced plating. Some carefully arranged armor plates of a rare and stronger material. You can get that by pressing shift. Now, I went straight for the most expensive, or not most expensive, but more expensive and more high-end stuff, because I have the resources ready and available, even though technically I'm still beginner game. So I went with the energy shield, because energy shield doesn't add, as far as I know, it doesn't add any weight, and weight is a huge thing, because the heavier you are, the slower you go, rather. So instead of going with diamond plating, which is good as diamond, I'm going with an energy shield, which is energy, so it doesn't weigh anything, but it takes a little bit of power. So energy shields are much lighter than plating, but consume energy, and they cost force field emitters. Now I have all this stuff made up, and I'm going to give you a second, and you can peruse over all the stuff that I have in here. I have just wool, obviously nothing. HV capacitors, ion thrusters is a big thing. I'll show you. Servo motors, hologram emitter, glider wings, force field emitters, 12 of those, 6 control circuits, basic plating, 16 solenoids, and 1 LV capacitor. Now, you guys be like, oh, it's a lot of stuff, but I mean, you usually make all this stuff anyway, right? So is this stuff really that hard to make? Let me show you. To make this stuff, the HV capacitor, and I'm sure there's different recipes that would probably cost me less, but I went with the IC2 as usual to just punish myself. So we have the wiring, which I showed you already, is just that. Then you have the Lapitron crystal, which is lapis lazuli dust, which is just lapis put into the macerator. It's the energy crystal and the advanced circuits just like that, if you don't remember. And this is obviously with it takes the 4 diamonds, so it's a lot more expensive. I had to actually go mine some diamonds. I think I have about a stack and a little bit right now, and a lot of that has to do with farming, but I can explain that next episode. I'm trying to go through this as fast as possible right now. Then we have the iron thrusters. I made 9 of those, by the way. That took, okay, all of this together probably took me a couple, 4 or 5 hours, including the mining and the waiting for this stuff to go, and it's so long. So the iron thrusters, you have to make these force field emitters. You have to make solenoids, which are basic machine casings with the wiring. Also, there's a much cheaper way to make these. I didn't go with that though, because I'm all about masochism. Glowstone advanced machine casing, which is the advanced alloy with the carbon plates. The carbon plates again are the same way you do the ones for the nanosuit armor, and the advanced platings are the compressed mixed metal ingots, which are iron plates, bronze plates, and tin plates, if you guys couldn't remember that. We went over all of this back in Tekkit, I believe, if you watched that. And then the force field emitters, I'll get to that in a second. By the way, I made 4 of those. These are probably the most expensive out of everything to make, and the most tedious to make. So the servo motors, they are just solenoids, this, and basic machine casing, not too bad. A lot cheaper if you do it this way, obviously. I'm just punishing myself by looking at the other recipes. The hologram emitters are pretty cheap, just a wire and glass and different dyes. Cactus green, just got from Cactus, obviously. Glider wings are carbon plates and solenoids. You have to make 2 of them. And I'll show you what they're all for later on when we apply the upgrades. Force field emitters, now we get to this. These cost ender pearls. So that, and I made how many of these? 12? Basically, and plus the 8 for this. Basically, I used well over 4 stacks of ender pearls. Where did I get them? I farmed them with magical crops, and I'll go over that in the next episode as well. I tried hunting for them. Oh my god, that took freaking forever. I had like 8 of them finally, after about like half an hour of killing endermen without looting, because I was too stubborn to put it on. I got like 8, and that was ridiculous. It was taking way too long. So I did this, and it's just advanced and solenoids. Then we have the control circuits, which are just like this. A little bit faster now. Basic plating, this is for if you wanted to make iron plating, you want to do this. This is an electronic circuit. And diamond, I believe it's made the same way with diamond, except for the diamond advanced plating, it's diamond instead of iron here. As solenoids, I showed you already, and LV capacitor, which is just a battery, and these wire rings. That's everything I made for this. Now we can go, actually, I need to grab all the stuff. Thank you. Luggage. I'm actually going to call you, I don't know what I'm going to call you yet, but I have to give you a name. So I have all the stuff in my inventory now. Now we go here, and we can start applying the things that we want. So for armor, I said I wanted to put energy shields, which cost 2 of these force field emitters. I'm going to install that, because it's in my inventory. I install it. Boom, it gets taken out of my inventory. You hear a bit of a sound, and then it says, now it gives me this option here, field strength. So basically, I can put this up, I can put this up, and it says energy per damage. It drains that much energy, and armor energy, I guess that's the armor rating. And you can see it now upgraded my armor here. If I put this down back to nothing, which it starts off at, I have no armor bar down here. And I put this up, and I can put this up all the way, and it takes 500 joules per energy per hit or whatever. I don't want that on the head. I think I'll put this to about half for the head, because that doesn't need as much protecting. And now it says energy shield. It has a check mark a little there if you can see that green thing. And boom. So that's pretty much that. And you basically have to do this for everything. Now we go heatsink and apiarist armor. Apiarist is for forestry. I'm not really going to get into bees just yet, so I don't need that yet. Then there's this heatsink, a thick layer of plating that soak up heat. I didn't know this previously, but I figured this out doing research. I did the research just thoroughly so I could explain it properly to you guys. As you use your power, as you run around and do stuff, your armor will generate heat, and it can actually burn up, and if it gets too hot, you'll actually catch on fire. Not a good thing that you want, so I wanted to make this heat sink to get rid of it, and that's why I have the basic plating. It's the exact same thing for this and for this, so I'm going to make so as long as you have one of these armors and this, you don't have to, like if you use iron plating and then you install this, you might get a bit confused with the basic plating, I don't know exactly, but because I have the energy shield, it shouldn't be a problem. So heatsink, I'm going to install that, and I can up the thickness, and as you can see, upping the thickness adds a bunch of weight, but absorbs a lot more heat. 5 kilograms just for the helmet, I don't think I want. I think I'll put that down to about 3.5. I want as much heat absorption as I can, because I don't want to burn up randomly. Now for energy, obviously the suit needs power, so you can go with a basic battery. It doesn't really have that much power. Advanced battery, I went for the elite battery, which would take up these HP capacitors. There's also the solar panel, solar generator, and the high efficiency solar generator. I'm not just into making solar panels yet, although solar panels I can make. They're made basically the exact same way as the IC2 solar panels, but a bit different, and obviously when you're in light, they generate power. I'm just going with the battery so I can charge it up on the go, or whenever I'm near power. So I'm going to install that with the HV capacitor. Now this is IC2 tier, means I'm going to charge this up with IC2 power. If I up that, it just takes the tier up, which I think IC2 tier 3 is the same as the nano suit, so I need an MFE to charge it, which I have. And then the battery size. If I up this, maximum energy goes up and weight goes up like a boss. So I can get 10 kilograms on there for 5 megajoules. I don't want that. I'm going to put that down to about a quarter, because I'm going to... Here's the thing. I didn't know about this. You can install elite batteries for every piece of armor you have. Generally, people don't do that. I didn't know this. I made all these HV capacitors for every piece of armor I had, so 4. But most people just put it on the power display and put it up to about half or 3/4 for power. I didn't know that, so I put just a bunch of... I just made for everything. I didn't realize that you only have to use one to power the whole suit. So I made a bunch of them. I'm going to go ahead and use them because I can. I'm actually going to put this down to about 2 kilograms. Because I'll have much more to put later on. 2.5 sounds good. Now for environment. So I can have water electrolyzer. When you run out of air, this module will jolt the water around you, electrolyzing a small bubble to breathe from. Or I can get auto feeder. Auto feeder basically, I wouldn't suggest getting it. What it does is it when you have food in your inventory, it just takes it all into a reservoir that you can access and it automatically feeds you. I don't want that. I want to be able to control my own food. Vision, a pair of augmented vision goggles to help you see night and underwater. I do want night vision, so this is the control circuit and the hologram emitter. I'm going to install that, and that's it. There's nothing to tinker with. Then special, I can do flight control, LP HUD, aerometer for Thaumcraft, a clock, which I don't need, and a compass. I'm not going to get any of that except the flight control. So I need the control circuit for that. I'm going to install that. And what does that say? Look ratio? I don't know what this does exactly. I'm going to put this to 100%. If that affects something, I'm going to change it, because I think I can tinker with it later on. So now going to Armour, I'm going to speed through this now, so I have the thing plating. I'm going to put this up to, again, about half. I'm going to put this up to about 300 joules, 3.6. Actually, can I put this all the way up? I'm going to put all the way up for my chest plate. The battery, oh, actually, do I have enough for the heatsink? I don't. I'm going to make more heat sinks then. Probably what I'm going to do. Elite battery, I'm going to install that. And I'm going to put the IC2 tier all the way up. And I'm going to put the battery size up to about half. Maybe about 5 kilograms worth of weight. If it gets too heavy, I can change these. I can tinker with these always. So movement. Now I have parachute, a glider, a jetpack, and a dimensional tear generator. I don't know what that does. Sounds like it would use a lot of power. So I put the glider on, obviously, with the 2 glider wings. Install that, nothing to tinker with. But I also want the jetpack, obviously, to fly. This actually works better than the gravity chest plate, as far as I know, and it costs 4 iron thrusters, so it better be worth it. Install that and thrust. Jetpack energy consumption is a lot. Jetpack thrust is a bit. I'm going to put that up to about that and see how much that does. Maybe 100 MN or whatever that is. I don't know exactly. Special, I have active camouflage and magnet. I don't want either of those. A cooling system. Ooh, what's a cooling system actually? What does it do? Cools down heat produced modules quicker. I might get that instead actually. Mob repulsor or water tank. I don't really want that. Wait, what does water tank do? Which can later be used to cool yourself in emergency situations. That's actually not a bad idea to have. It doesn't cost that much. Glass, control circuit, and water. I don't know too much about that, but now that's that. Armor, I'm going to put this on, install that. Field strength about half as well. Maybe all the way up, actually. Because I want this to be also very protective. Elite battery. Install that tier. Put that battery size up to... my thing is getting really heavy. So now movement. I can get sprint assist, jump assist, swim boost, and uphill step assist. Uphill basically means you can walk without jumping up a one hill thing. I'm going to install that. No tinkering. Sprint assist, I'm going to install that. That's 4 servo motors. So now I can do compensation. I don't know exactly what that is. Power, I'm going to put that up to about half. Walk assist, I'll put that up to about a little bit less than half, because I think that just means walking is faster. As you can see, now I have the field of view change behind me. Compensation, I don't know exactly what that is. I'm going to put that up to about a half as well. Now jump assist, I'm going to install that. So power, keep that pretty low, about 200%. Jump boost, that seems good. And then a compensation about half. I don't exactly know what that means. It's putting power up though, so maybe I'll keep it a bit lower. I don't exactly know what compensation is. So now to the feet. So now I'm going to put this on again. Boom. Field strength, I'm not going to put it that high. If I put it all the way up, I can get full armor, as you can see on the bottom there. And it does a lot of... Maybe I'll put it up, because it doesn't add any weight. So I'm going to do that, actually. Elite battery. Install. IC2 all the way up. Battery size don't need to be that high, because I have higher things for these two. So now I have jet boots, and I have shock absorbers. Jet boots are not as strong as jetpack, but they should at least be strong enough to counteract gravity. I'm not interested in that. I have the jetpack, and shock absorber basically is just feather falling. So it's servo motor in the wool. That's why I have the wool. I'm going to put the power all the way up, I suppose. Sorry, I have the sniffle there. I'm a bit sick, like I said. And then power fist. Now, this is the big thing. If this takes too long, I'm going to have to cut this up into multiple episodes, but that's fine. So now we have the axe, the pickaxe, the shovel, the shears, the auto tiller, which is the hoe, the lux capacitor, which is awesome. It basically gives you unlimited light sources. Prototype Omni wrench, which I really desperately want. The grafter, I don't care. Ore scanner, don't care. Leaf blower, don't care. Flint and steel, don't care. Applied Energistics wireless terminal, don't care yet. Tree tap, don't care. TE multimeter, don't care. So I'm gonna put some stuff on. I need some iron on me is what I need. Oh my god. Okay, so walk assist is ridiculously fast. I don't know if I want it to be this fast. I don't know if I want it to be this fast. I'm probably going to want to turn that down, but I'm going to grab some iron and just some stuff that I think I might need on me for this stuff. So, hold on, let me go back to walk assist and just turn that down. Okay, so now here. So now, axe I can put on, I suppose. Install that, and overclock. I can overclock it for a bunch of power, 1 kilojoule of power. I don't know if I want that much. Harvest speed is 18 times. That seems about good. That seems like a really fast pickaxe. I can install that. Overclock to about the same capacity, I suppose. I want 18. It's really hard to read those things. It's a bit of it. I suppose I can make the GUI bigger, but I don't care. Shovel, install that. I can overclock. I don't really need this that badly, so 16 times shears. Lux capacitor I desperately want. I want glowstone and iron, and so basically, it basically just, if you read what it says, launch a virtually infinite number of attractive light sources at the wall. It's amazing. I can change the hue of the colors. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Can I change the color of what it is? I don't know. I'm going to put that all to 100%, which means white, correct? I think I mean white. The prototype Omni wrench, need 2 servo motors and a control circuit. I installed that, perfect. Now, for field tinker module, maybe you can't memorize the blueprints, I don't care. Diamond drill upgrade, I definitely want that. I need 3 diamonds on me, so I'm going to grab some if I don't have any on me already. This, wow. My jetpack is on. How do I turn that off? And I have night vision, as you can see over here. How do I turn the jetpack off? Is it... Oh, it's Z to go down. I forgot, right. I don't know how to turn the jetpack off, unfortunately. I don't even know where my power is coming from, to be honest, because I don't have any power. And I can constantly hear the noise of my jetpack, which is really irritating. 1, 2, 3. I have to turn that off, actually. Oh, God, I'm walking really fast. I might even put that down even more. So I need to figure out how to control this thing, and then I'll get back to you next episode. So I want the diamond upgrades, which means I have basically a diamond axe, a pickaxe rather. Then I have the aqua affinity. I don't care for that. I want the in-thing assembly. I need a crafting table. Do I have that on me? I do not. I'm just gonna break this one. Ooh, can I use? I can use the axe. I'm flying, so it's taking longer. If you guys were aware of that, I mean. So boom, boom, install. I have a torch placer, which is useless. Exact craft pad, which basically means if you leave, it doesn't drop the stuff. A melee assist, I definitely want that. So impact, I want it to be rather powerful. And carry through, I suppose, equally powerful. I want as much damage as I can do in a hit. Plasma cannon is a thing I'm very attracted to. Basically, it's a plasma ball. You get to shoot at them. So amperage, I want to put straight up. I believe that's how much power or how much charge it does, or how much devastation it causes. And then voltage I'll put to about 1/2. By the way, you can take stuff off too. If you hit salvage, you can grab your parts back. The railgun I don't care about, which it just shoots something. Blade launcher shoots blades. Lightning summoner, it says allows you to summon lightning for a large energy cost. I want to do that simply because I want to use the lightning to hit my luggage. And then I can salvage the parts back if I want. So basically that's everything I wanted to do. Now let me see if I can control this. Let's go to the jetpack and see if I can figure out the controls. Jetpack should allow you to jump indefinitely, or at least until you run out of power. Well, actually, let me take off the armor. You can hear the stuff came off now. Let me charge it. So this is just... oh, it starts off with full charge of energy. And boom, so that's fully charged up. This has almost fully charged. No, fully charged. Install module, energy shield, elite battery, glider, and jetpack. This is almost not fully charged. As you can see, it's charging up there. So I have plus 16.514% speed. I'm gonna end off the episode there, and I'm gonna come back and that's charging up rather quickly. So it seems that my weight isn't too great, and that I've made a pretty good suit. One thing I wanted to mention, while I was adding sharpness or whatever quartz to my sword, I put... Oh, what's going on? Lag? Okay, lag spike. What is going on? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna take off this stuff out because it's getting really annoying. I can't control it. While I was putting this stuff, I basically put the quartz down here, and I was mining it with my Fortune 3 pickaxe, which is on the wall here if you couldn't tell. It hissed. I started to hiss, and I'm like, oh my god, a creeper got in somehow. Boom! Things go boom. The roof gets broken, and the ground gets broken. I'm like, oh crap. Nothing damaged. This is pretty resilient, so it didn't blow up. Nothing was damaged too badly except for the ground and the ceiling, so I fixed it. I started going back to mining. Boom, it happened again. I realized, for some reason, this is acting like all the other nether ores, which basically means they blow up when you mine them. I don't know why. It shouldn't be doing that, but whatever. This episode's been going on long enough, and I probably cut into 2 already. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like, comment, subscribe. I'll come back when I know exactly what I need to do to use the stuff properly next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. And I've said I hope you guys enjoyed a lot, so I really guys hope you enjoyed.